C++ code you provided uses arrays to handle strings, with some formatting using the setw function from the iomanip library. Here's a breakdown of what's happening in the code and how it might be improved or fixed. Arrays str10 and x10, these are character arrays, strings, that can hold up to 9 characters, as the last one is reserved for the null terminator \0. Cin setw 10 str. Setw 10 sets the width to 10 characters, meaning it will allow you to input up to 9 characters. The 10th is reserved for \0. However, in the prompt, it says enter a string, max 2 chars, which is contradictory. The input can actually be up to 9 characters. Cinx, for the second input, it captures the string without any width restriction. Output behavior. In the example output, the first input string is iomanip, which exceeds the intended 2-character limit but gets accepted due to the lack of actual restriction. The second input seems to be a single character, p. Actually limit the input to 2 characters, you should change the array size to char str3 and remove the setw 10 to avoid confusion. Alternatively, validate the input to ensure it doesn't exceed the intended size. Would you like me to update or modify the code according to a specific requirement? And I enter input in string str but charator more than limit it automatically store in x string y. The reason why the excess characters from the first input, str, are automatically stored in the second string, x, is due to how cin works in C++ when handling strings. How cin handles string input. When you use cin to input a string, it reads characters until a space is encountered. A new line, \n, is encountered. The maximum number of characters allowed by the array size is reached. If you enter more characters than the array can hold, cin will stop reading after the array limit, or the delimiter like space/new line, is reached, but the remaining characters will remain in the input buffer, stin. Input buffer. The extra characters that exceed the array size are left in the input buffer, waiting to be processed by the next cin operation. In your case, after reading the first string into str, the excess characters, iomanip, that didn't fit in str remain in the buffer. The next cinx reads the remaining characters from the buffer into x. Example breakdown. In your case, str can only hold 10 characters, 9 usable plus 1 for the null terminator. You entered iomanip, 10 characters. Str takes the first part, iomanip, and stores it, but the last character, p, remains in the input buffer. When cinx is executed, it reads the remaining character, p, from the buffer and stores it in x. How to fix it? If you want to avoid this, you can clear the input buffer before reading X or limit the input properly to prevent overflow. Here's how to modify the code. Solution 1. Clear input buffer. You can use cin.ignore to discard the remaining characters in the input buffer after reading str. CPP. Copy code. Hashtag include iostream. Hashtag include iomanip. Using namespace std. Int main. Char str10 / max 9 characters plus null terminator. Char x10 / max 9 characters plus null terminator. Could enter a string, max 9 chars. Cin setw 10 str / limit input to 9 characters. Could you entered str and l / clear input buffer. Cin.ignore numeric underscore limits stream size : max \n. Could enter your test. Cinx. Could x. Return 0. If you want to avoid this, you can clear the input buffer before reading X or limit the input properly to prevent overflow. Here's how to modify the code. Solution 1. Clear input buffer. You can use cin.ignore to discard the remaining characters in the input buffer after reading str. CPP. Copy code. Hashtag include iostream. Hashtag include iomanip. Using namespace std. Int main. Char str10 / max 9 characters plus null terminator. Char x10 / max 9 characters plus null terminator. Could enter a string, max 9 chars. Cin setw 10 str / limit input to 9 characters. Could you entered str and l / clear input buffer. Cin.ignore numeric underscore limits stream size : max \n. Could enter your test. Cinx. Could x. Return 0. Solution 2. Use getLine to handle string input. Alternatively, you can use cin.getLine to handle input with specific limits. CPP. Copy code. Hashtag include iostream. Hashtag include iomanip. Using namespace std. Int main. Char str10 / max 9 characters plus null terminator. Char x10 / max 9 characters plus null terminator. Could enter a string, max 9 chars. Cin.getLine str 10 / reads up to 9 characters and discards the rest. Could you entered str and l. Could enter your test. Cin.getLine x 10 / again reads up to 9 characters. Could x. Return 0. Summary. The remaining characters are stored in the second string X because CIN leaves the extra characters in the input buffer, and the second CIN reads those characters. Using CIN.ignore, or CIN.getLine, can help control input and avoid this behavior.